try and get the shitty things out of my head, out of my head, out of my head. Start singing, never put them down, leave them hanging. Maybe shed a tear, I'm begging you. The wheels on your mind gonna slow down, the grips on your heart letting go now, and everything you need gonna show now. I'm telling you to let it forget. Take a pill up my pocket and take the hole up my chest. Take my spirit away from the dark and clear it from pain. Take my problems and blur them until they're fading away. I'm really fearing the fight, and I'm fearing I might run into killers on my way to spread my wings in the night. There's colors in my eyes and fire in the sky. I'm pretending that I'm flying. Put your hands up, start singing. Never put them down, leave them hanging. Maybe shed a tear, I'm begging. On your mind, gonna slow down. The grips on your heart, letting go now, and everything you need gonna show now. I'm telling you to let it go, to let it go, to let it
It's time. It's time. Are you excited? I am. I'm so excited. It's finally time brilliant opening as always. It is time to have the final voting session of 2023. We've watched Eurovision 2008. It's been a wonderful evening. I've had so much fun. I'm gonna keep having tons of fun watching the voting session. I don't know who won. You don't know who won, but we're gonna find out together. Sorry if you've had to wait a little bit longer than you usually do. I don't know if you have, but maybe I wasn't as fast as I usually am tonight. I don't know, but I've tried. I tried my best, and I can also tell you already that we have new records, like a huge new record, because we got so many more voters tonight. I think we have 231 in total, which is way higher than we've ever had before. I think 207 or something was the record. And to match that, Kane78 has already just thrown cash at the whole thing. Thank you, Groot, for this year and everything you've done to create all this. Can't wait watch-alongs again next year. Thank you very much, Kane. We'll be looking forward to seeing you around next year again. I mean, I'll still be on the Discord and everything, so we can still, chat up there. But yeah, the watch-alongs coming back next year, which sounds really weird to say. It's only a month away. Thank you very much, Kane78. Hopefully, you'll have a good evening with the voting session here, and thank you so much for the insane generosity. 23.99 euros. That's mad. I don't even know what to say anymore about all of this, everything that's going on here. Should we just get right into it? Thank you again very much, Kane. For some reason, my Streamlabs isn't identifying or can't find the web browser. I just clicked so that it should. What? It says... Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Alright, here we are. Finally. There we have it. 25 songs. And yeah, everyone's on 0 at the moment, as you can see here. Soon, or well, yeah. Regarding how long this voting session will take, we're gonna have songs that aren't on 0 points anymore. I don't think anyone's gonna finish on 0 tonight. I mean, there are so many voters. Fireburst, great stream, my favorite year of the 21st century. Thank you very much, Fireburst. Oh, I should probably give these hearts, shouldn't I? Where's Kane's comment? I'll give that a heart as well. I'll just send hearts in the chat as well. It's not mine. I think 2018 is my favorite, and then 2005, and then 2003. Maybe 2008 comes after those. It's up there. It's a really good year in my opinion as well, Fireburst. Happy to see the excitement. Rodmore suggests this will do shots. Sure, why not? I've already been drinking enough tonight, so hey-oh, no stopping here. This one's for Kane78 and Fireburst. I just take a sip because you're supposed to savor it, shouldn't you? Yum 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 yum. All right. Okay, let's continue. We're going to start watching the voting. Hello, Martin. It's the first time I'm joining this year, just to find out it's the last time as well, and I haven't voted. I'm happy to have you here anyway, Martin. Martin's a good friend of mine in case no one recognizes him. Lovely to have you here, Martin. Better late than ever, huh? Yeah, if you want to donate more, please do so at the end so we can maintain suspense. Absolutely, Darren. I mean, you're all very generous with the donations, but let's try and have a smooth voting session here, shouldn't we? Okay, we're gonna get right into it. There are 67 jury voters because that's the limit that you have on ScoreWiz, which is the website that I'm using to present this. And then everyone else is in a televote. That means that there are like 164 people in the televote. So you can imagine there are pretty big scores coming out tonight. Anyway, 67 jurors. The first of them is, well, it's been a few times now. Jay Sora is the first voter of the night. And all of the first points are on the right side of the scoreboard there. 8 points go to Turkey. 10 points go to Norway. And our first country that will be leading tonight will be Iceland. Rather unexpected maybe to have Iceland in the lead, but here we are. Iceland is our first leader of the night. Styro will be next up. Thank you, Rodmorg. You hope you drink some vodka. I'm not. I'm drinking the grouse. I'll cheer for you. 8 points to Ukraine, 10 points to San Marino, and a 12 from Styro goes to Turkey, who take over the lead at the top. Turkey, Iceland, San Marino, and Ukraine tied for third at the moment. Zuna from Finland, voter number 3. And these are the lower points. Iceland goes up in the top there. Portugal with their first 8. Turkey with a 10 to take over the lead. And the 12 from Zuna goes to Israel. A little bit reminiscent of real life, of course, where Turkey was leading 4 voters in, I think, or something like that. So we'll see if that's going to be the case here with It's Me Adrian's votes as well. First few points for a lot of countries there who were at the bottom on 0. 8 points go to Iceland here. 10 points go to Slovenia, they're first as well, and the 12 to Albania goes up in 4th with that. Just realized how long it's been on an actual voting stream. What? Oh, since you were here? I didn't get it. Anyway, welcome, Henny. Zoar El Chiqui Chiqui gives 8 points to Portugal here, 10 points to Serbia to go up in the top 5, and the 12 to Turkey, who are pulling away a little bit there at the top. Pulling away there a little bit at the top for Turkey. Matt Adams from Poland is the next one up here, and you can see the first few points there. Quite close at the top. Turkey has a little bit of a lead. 10 points to Turkey there to extend it, and the 12 goes to Norway to go up in second, all the way up in second, but it's so close, you can see. And next up will be David Silva. Not that David Silva. We have our own David Silva here, and these are his votes. Iceland goes up in second there. Greece with an 8. 10 points to Norway to take back second, and the 12 goes to Portugal. As you can see, it's very what's it called? Widespread. Different songs racking up the points. No one's really running away with it. Turkey has a 12-point lead, which is now 6 because Headbang Stereos with a cheeky name, okay, gives Turkey 8 points, so it's pulling away a little bit more. Iceland with a 10, still doing well there up at the top, and a 12 to Ukraine to go up into what I believe is 7th at the moment. Next is Eric, and Eric has these as the first points. We only have one country left on 0 points now, which is Switzerland, which I'm a little bit surprised about, which of course was a qualifier. 10 points to Portugal here from Eric, and the 12 goes to Albania. Nice one. Moves up into 10th, I think that would be. Because of course we got 13 songs on the left and 12 songs on the right here. Fam is overdosed on girl bops. Gives Switzerland their first points as well, and now everyone's gotten some points. Nice one. 10 points to Turkey here, who have a 20-point lead at it now, and the 12 to Finland to move 2 places up into 11th. Ahead of Armenia, actually. Armenia further down than I thought. Russia is doing awfully poorly so far. We'll see if that will change. Era Starpendo here gives 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Portugal there, and the 12 to Switzerland. Huge. Switzerland moving loads of places there, up into 14th. Next is Hugo, and Hugo's first points look like this. Russia is now in 24th place. Yeah. San Marino with an 8, Norway with a 10 there, and the 12 from Hugo goes to Turkey, who now have a 27-point lead. But it's still early days. I mean, we're on voter number 13 out of 231 in total, so that tells you everything. And now, as LG, aka Daily Vigil on Twitch, Russia is now in last place. Hey ho. 10 points to Finland here, and a 12 to Turkey, who is the first country to break into the hundreds. Next up is Raven, and Raven has these as the first points. Croatia getting a few points there. Moves a lot of places. It's very close at the bottom. 8 points to Portugal there. 10 points to Norway to go up in 3rd. And the 12 from Raven goes to Armenia to go up in 11th there, ahead of Greece. Ukraine still the highest ranked out of the top. Oh, wait, Norway was 5th in real life, wasn't it? So Norway is the highest currently of the top songs. It's Rorobin, like Oro. I get it. Okay, Norway with a 12 goes up in 2nd there. Turkey's gotten a few blanks now, hasn't it? It's still on 101 points. World Sasuri from Latvia. A few points for Russia there at the bottom. Moves a few places with that. It's very close, as you can see at the bottom there. 8 points to Latvia, 10 points to Greece. Moves quite a few places with that. And the 12 to Slovenia, moving tons of places there. More than doubled their score. Goes all the way up into 15th. Trisha is next up to vote. United Kingdom moves away from the last place there with a 3. Bosnia and Herzegovina moves to the top half. 8 points to Turkey. 10 points to Iceland to go up in the top 5. And the 12 to Serbia to also go into the top 5. San Marino currently in the top 5. Look at that. The highest ranked real-life non-qualifier so far. Eurovision _MA from Morocco gives 8 points to Portugal, 10 points to Armenia, and the 12 goes to Turkey. Turkey with a pretty comfortable lead at the moment, but I'll tell you again, you know, there are a lot of voters tonight, so that could easily change. Crimson puts Portugal up into 2nd there with the first points. San Marino ahead of Serbia there with an 8. Serbia gets the 10 to go up in 2nd. and the 12 goes to Turkey again. Okay, okay then. Sorry. Misse mihet ratsastaya. Good one, good one. No points for Finland so far though, but maybe they will come here. 8 points to San Marino. 10 points to Finland indeed, goes into 11th with that, and the 12 to Turkey again. 50 points ahead now. No one else has gotten into the hundreds yet, and Turkey is almost on 150. Daj City, a few points for the bottom few songs there. Spain moves a lot of places. France goes up in 14th, 10 points to Turkey, and the 12 from Daj City goes to Bosnia and Herzegovina, moves ahead of Albania there. Next will be Wikivision. I just realized we have 197 viewers on a voting stream right now. Mad, thank you. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying your time here. 8 points to Ukraine here from Wikivision, 10 points to Spain, and 12 to United Kingdom. A lot of songs on the right side there getting points from Wikivision. Can't be very satisfied with the current results. That person won't be. Eras du Panton, best song ever. There's no song called Eras du Panton, Anton. Even though... yes. Whatever. 10 points to Turkey, and then we know where the 12 is going. Really spoiled your votes there, didn't you? 12 points to Switzerland to go into 14th there. Next is Misse Bruno Ratsasta. Also pretty decent naming there. Finland is a meme-worthy name, I guess. 8 points to Albania, 10 points to Serbia, and the 12 to Portugal. We now got 4 songs into the hundreds. I'll also point out that we have the bottom 3 is actually kind of disconnected from the rest, and I can't believe Russia is in it. I know it's not a well-liked winner, but it's not 23rd place worthy. I'm sorry, but it's simply not. 10 points to Armenia here from HRL, and 12 points from Norway to go up into second. Second place for Norway at the moment, only 1 point ahead of Serbia. Turkey still comfortably ahead of the rest. Halcyon from Brazil gives these as the first points. 8 points to Serbia, 10 points to Switzerland, who are now top half, and the 12 goes to Israel to move into the top 10. Goes into 9th. Next up is Jon Jakobsen, and these are the first points. You can see them there. Sweden moves quite a few places with an 8 there. 10 points to San Marino, and the 12 goes to Turkey again. Yeah, Turkey just extending the gap at the top. Good times for Turkey, but it's a long way to go. Tobiah X will be the next one to vote. Bosnia and Herzegovina back onto the top half. 8 points to Israel, 10 points to Iceland, and the 12 from Tobiah X goes to Portugal, goes up in 3rd. We have a very open battle to be like runner-up at the moment. Turkey has a very comfortable gap, but the other ones are very close to each other. I'm one half Sane, one half Beba. We haven't had a Beba reference in a long time, and here we go. 10 points to Iceland, and the 12 to Turkey again. Are we heading for a runaway victory from Turkey? I mean, I knew it was a contender, but I did not expect it to be this far ahead. Castilla-La Mancha jury from Barracks today? Is that a Dan reference from the Maltese national final? Is it? 10 points to Iceland there, and a 12 to Croatia. Nice one. Goes into 15th there. 200 viewers. Amazing. Cheers to that. Wonderful. Felipe, voter number 31. We can see Ukraine with an 8 there, 10 points to Serbia, and the 12 goes to Portugal. Felipe here voting for the entire current top 10. Kind of mad. Someone must be quite satisfied with the current results. 12 points here from Micronesia. Puts Netherlands ahead of Russia there at the bottom now. 8 points to Ukraine, 10 points to Switzerland to go into 12th. And the 12 goes to Finland to go up in 11th. Closing in on the top 10 there. Next is Jeffrey from the Netherlands. A few points to both Netherlands and Russia there at the bottom. Kind of disconnecting Germany there at the bottom now. 8 points to Sweden, 10 points to Serbia, and the 12 from Jeffrey goes to Israel to move ahead of Greece into 9th. Next will be Nix from Israel. with these as the first points. United Kingdom moves out of Latvia there. Spain ahead of Slovenia. 8 points to Finland. Only 1 point behind Greece there now for the top 10. 10 points to Israel and the 12 to Serbia, who are maintaining their spot in second place. Alright then, Mark from the Netherlands. We're more than halfway through the jurors so far. And as you can see, Turkey with a very comfortable grip at the top. Finland now into the top 10 at the expense of Greece. 8 points to Ukraine, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Norway to move ahead of San Marino and into 4th. Next will be CJ Yorkshire, who is apparently on Greenland for whatever reason. Spain moving ahead of France there. Israel moves ahead of Iceland. Armenia with an 8 to move ahead of both. 10 points to Albania. Stays in 12th though. And a 12 to Greece to go back up into the top 10. And next will be Wabu's hemliga kombination. I'm sure it involves sneeze powder. 8 points go to San Marino here. 10 points to France to move 2 places. And a 12 from Wabu goes to Israel. And Israel is slowly but surely climbing a little bit here. Up into 7th now. As I Have No Idea takes over. And these are the lower points. Russia has now caught up to Latvia. 8 points go to Turkey here. 10 points to Albania to go in 11th. And the 12 goes to Greece. And now we have a three-way tie for 8th place between Greece, Armenia, and Iceland, all on 111 points. Ellen, next voter up. And these are the points. I've already seen Ellen's votes because I kind of mentioned it to her that it's far away from my preferences, at least the top few here. 12 points to Latvia. Huge! Their first 12 tonight, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the only one. One can hope. I'm sorry. Lord Drunkmorg, 1 of Vodka Slavia. Wonderful. 8 points go to Turkey here. 10 points to Switzerland. And the 12 from Drunkmorg goes to San Marino, up in 4th again. Groot, do we think Turkey is going to beat our best Nel Duplinto de Blue? No, there's no way. Like Volare or Nel Blu di Pinto di Blu got like 87% of the votes. It's impossible to beat it when there are this many countries participating. Anyway, Morve Oturzi, which is also a pretty good name, gives France a 12 to move it up into 14th. And next is Sir Mr. Lycanlux. Probably slaughter that name. Anyway, 8 points to Croatia, 10 points to Norway. And the 12 goes to Turkey. And Turkey is almost 100 points ahead of the rest. It's only Serbia who are maintaining their spot in second there. Close enough. Michael Green with the next few votes. Finland and Albania really going at it there, switching places a lot. 10 points to Turkey at the top, who are now 100 points ahead of everyone else. And a 12 to Portugal, who maintain their spot in third there. Closing up on Serbia as well for second, as Sebastian takes over the voting. Number 44, Finland now into the 100 points club. Portugal up into second. 8 points go to Greece here. 10 points to Serbia, who go back into second, now in the 200 club. And Israel with the 12, maintain their spot in 7th. Irlande, you did it in French just to mess with me, didn't you? 1 point. Great. Anyway, 10 points to Serbia, and a 12 goes to Sweden. Probably the first 12 for Sweden tonight. They're still in 15th. I mean, they're doing better here than they did in real life. Mad. Jace from Spain is the next one up. Russia moves another place ahead of Cyprus there. Sorry. 8 points to Switzerland, 10 points to Ukraine to go into the top 5, and the 12 to Sweden. They're racking up the points now. Really racking up the points. Yarata from Finland. Next up, Albania closing in on that 100 points. 8 points to Israel there. 10 points to Bosnia and Herzegovina. And the 12 from Yarata goes to Turkey, who are now in the 300 points. Was Turkey the only rock song? Finland was uber rock. It helps to be distinctive. Yeah, I guess so. If you don't consider Finland to be within the same genre, sure. San Marino is kind of like a rock ballad. Yeah, that's kind of it, I guess. No angels should disappear. Okay, that's a harsh name. No points for Germany. 12 points to Israel, though, who go tied with Norway for 6th there. Liz is the next one. And a few movements here from these points. Israel now up into the 6th. Cyprus moves back ahead of Russia with an 8. 10 points go to San Marino. And the 12 goes to Turkey. Turkey now, they're actually not 100 points ahead anymore. Serbia has caught up a little bit. Fermobi is the next one to vote. Netherlands with a few points. Germany really getting left behind here now. Norway with a 10 there to go up into the top 5 again. And Turkey with another 12 to be 106 points ahead of the competition. Next up is Lane Moje from Serbia. These are the first points there. You can see them on the screen right now. No movement. Ukraine with an 8 to go into the top 5 though. 10 points to Israel, who are now in the top 5 for I believe the first time tonight. And Serbia with a 12 to now only be 97 points ahead behind Turkey. As Alexander from Finland is our 52nd voter of the night. We got a little ex-Yugoslavian battle between Bosnia and Herzegovina and Croatia there, as you can see. 10 points to Spain from Alexander, and another 12 for Turkey. Another 12 for Turkey. Next up will be Mihailo from Serbia. And Mihailo has a lot of his points on the left side of the scoreboard here. 8 points go to Serbia, only 100 points behind now. Make that 110. Turkey with the 10. And 12 points to Ukraine to go up into 4th, tied with San Marino there on 200 points. Sasha mourns vodka. Well, I don't, Sasha. 2 points to Germany. Very generous of you. Bosnia and Herzegovina moves up into 15th. Serbia with an 8. 10 points to San Marino. And the 12 goes to Turkey again. Alright. We got Craig coming up next. And Craig gives these as the first points. 8 points to Greece there. 10 points to Sweden, who are now in the 100 points club. And the 12 from Craig goes to Norway. Norway now in 7th, I believe that would be. Yep. 5 points behind Israel. 6 points behind Ukraine. ESC fan France. More points for Germany. They're racking them up now. Israel moves up into 4th. Latvia with an 8 there. Sweden now into the top half even with another 10. And the 12 goes to Iceland. Nice one. Iceland up into 9th there. Ahead of Armenia. Next is Carla from Portugal. Switzerland getting a few points to go back at Sweden there. 8 points to Croatia. 10 points to Turkey again at the top. And the 12 to Portugal. Portugal still in 3rd. Kind of a little bit on their own in 3rd, I guess. 41 points behind Serbia, 24 points ahead of San Marino. Polina is the next one to vote. Smaller points are shown there. 8 points go to Ukraine. 10 points to Russia, that's a first, it feels like. And a 12 to Norway, who are closing very much in on the battle for 4th there. We got quite a hefty battle for 4th. San Marino, Israel, Ukraine and Norway all very much involved. Connor is the next voter here. Greece with an 8, 10 points to Serbia, and the 12 goes to Ukraine, goes all the way up in 4th with that 12. Next will be No Name. We only have 8 more jurors to go, and then it's the huge televote coming up. These are the lower points. Slovenia moves out of Latvia there. San Marino moves out of Ukraine for 4th. 10 points to Albania, up into 11th, and 12 to Turkey, who are now on 400 points. Quite the lead. Yuyumas from Argentina. It's voter number 61. A few points for, well, no movement anyway, but it's so close for 4th place. Truly, 7 points separating 4th from 7th. 10 points to Iceland and 12 to Turkey. Next will be Dimitris wishing happy holidays to everyone. Of course, we're gonna wish the happy holidays already today. Feels kind of weird, but I agree with you, Dimitris. We're gonna wish happy holidays to everyone at the end of the stream. 10 points to Norway, moves up into 4th with that, and 12 to Greece, who are maybe joining the battle there. Could join the battle for 4th, for sure. Filipa from Portugal is the next voter. And lower points there. Not a lot of movement from these. San Marino goes up in 4th. 10 points to Portugal. And the 12 to Turkey. It's Turkey's to lose, that's for sure. They've definitely won the jury vote. We only have 4 voters left to go here, and they're in such a huge lead. But the televote could change things, you know that. Netherlands moves ahead of United Kingdom here towards the end of the voting. France now moves ahead of Switzerland and Bosnia. 10 points to Croatia from Ferlolo's secret combination. Doesn't vote for secret combination, but gives 12 points to Slovenia to overtake Spain. Next is D. Dot from Czech Republic. Russia moving ahead of the Pirates there now to go into the top 20. Kind of mad. 10 points to Spain to move back ahead of Slovenia, and the 12 from D goes to Greece, who are now very much in the battle for 4th. Only 2 points behind Israel. Sama is the penultimate juror voter, and you can see these as the lower points. Bosnia and Herzegovina moving 2 places. United Kingdom overtaking Netherlands there. France moves all the way to the top half with a 10 there. And the 12 from Sama goes to Portugal. And now it is only me left among the jurors. And these are my points. Majority of them on the left side there. 8 points to Albania. 10 points to Norway to go up in 4th here on the final votes. And the 12 to Turkey. I'm very, very satisfied with our current leader, I'll tell you that much. I expected it to be a contender. Not this much though. Now, those were all of the jury voters. Now comes the real deal is happening now. We got the televote. Loads of points to come here. As we said, there are 134, I think, voters in the televote, which is twice as much as in the jury vote. You know, it's gonna be huge. Everything can change around. I mean, Germany can still win. I'll tell you that much. It could happen. We're gonna get through them. I'm slowing it down as much as possible, but it's still gonna be pretty quick in the beginning, and then it's gonna be really slow at the end. Let's go. Now it's time for the televote, indeed. And Germany is the first one up, and Germany gets 52 points. They're not breaking into the hundreds, but still. Currently on 71 there. Overtaking Russia. Netherlands up next, and the Netherlands gets 113 points, which puts them on 154. We'll see how far that takes them. Next will be the United Kingdom, and the United Kingdom gets 143 points, so they beat Netherlands, end up on 191 there. They're not going to finish last in this world. That's something for them. Cyprus up next, and Cyprus gets 171, which is more, for sure. 220 points for Cyprus tonight. Nice one. I'm satisfied with that. I'm just happy they're in the final, honestly. Latvia up next, and Latvia gets 159, which could put them behind... They finished behind Cyprus, yeah. 3 points behind Cyprus. Next up is Russia. Let's see how many points they can actually rack up here. They're very low at the moment, but yeah. 270 points in the 272 points in the televote. That puts them more or less where I expected them a little bit more. They're not winning, I'll tell you that much, but a big televote score. Slovenia up next, and they only get 123, which puts them ahead of the UK by 5 points, but behind both Latvia and Cyprus. Next is Spain, and Spain will get 115 points, which I could consider a bit too many in my world. Don't think they should beat the United Kingdom, but they do. So all of you Spain enjoyers can be happy about that, I guess. Croatia up next, and they get to 345 out of nowhere. They're not beating Turkey at the moment, but 345 points for Croatia is huge. Massive. Big score. Switzerland up next, and they get 301. They will get beaten by Croatia, but they beat Russia, which is, yeah, I mean, kudos. 411 points in total for Switzerland. Bosnia and Herzegovina up next, and they get 264, which means they beat Russia, but they get beaten by Switzerland. So the televote dragged Bosnia and Herzegovina back a little bit. Sweden up next. Sweden usually, of course, in real life don't do too well with the televote. Not here either. 237 points. They will beat Russia, but not more than that. 356 points in total for Sweden. And France is up next, and France gets 325. Big score. They beat Croatia even, I think. Yeah, they go all the way to the top, tied with Turkey, but Turkey is, of course, probably getting more than 1 point in the televote, right? Finland up next, and Finland will get 327. Very close between these countries, but they will beat France. 461 points for Finland there. Albania is up next, and Albania will get 408 points. Oh, that warms my heart. Wow, nice one. Can Albania get a top 10 finish with that? We'll see. Armenia up next, and Armenia will get... Oh yeah, we're in the top 10 now. So 511! Okay, we're in the big scores now. 697 points in total for Armenia. We're on the big scores now. A lot can change here. 511, huge. Iceland up next. And Iceland gets 409, so they will get beaten by Armenia for sure. They beat Albania. Slots in between those two. Nice one. I like Iceland a lot, so I'm very happy to see that. The current top three, I love all three of those. Greece up next. Let's see how far they will go. Armenia got a big score. Can Greece replicate that? No, they can't. 392. That will put them ahead of Iceland and ahead of Albania, but behind Armenia by quite the distance as well. The televote definitely had Armenia as a favorite ahead of Greece. Israel up next, and Israel will get 420 points, which will put them behind Armenia as well, won't it? Yeah. I wonder how far up Armenia can finish in this. Of course, they were 10th in the jury. They were going to finish way higher here. Ukraine up next. We'll see where Ukraine gets. Ukraine will get 663 points. Okay, now we're on the big scores. That's, yeah, landslide compared to the rest here. Could that take Ukraine all the way? We're yet to find out. Massive score though. San Marino is up next, and San Marino will get 620 points. They get beaten by Ukraine, but I mean, if you compare to real life, San Marino's done a just a massive result. 863 points in total for San Marino on debut. Norway up next, and Norway will get, from the televote, 547. I think they get beaten by San Marino, you know. Yeah, they do. Heavily as well. Oh my. How far up is San Marino gonna finish? I mean, they could technically get second here. We got 3 countries left to receive their points from the televote. Portugal will be the first of them. And Portugal will get... Oh yeah, now they're dragging it out as much as they can on ScoreWiz. Portugal gets... Yes. Okay, we got a new leader. 724 points. They're in the thousands. Is Portugal winning this? Let me know your predictions. Portugal have guaranteed a spot in the top 3, I can tell you that much. Massive score from the televote, truly. Serbia, how big will their score be? Serbia gets 829! Okay. Huge! How many points do Turkey need? Is it gonna be Serbia or is it Turkey? 692. That means they need to that would put them third in the televote only. Will they get 692 points? I don't know how many points are left. Like, a lot of songs have gotten a lot of points here. Turkey, how many points will they get? Who's winning, Turkey or Serbia? Turkey gets 1,042 points. Okay. Turkey's the winner by a massive margin in the end. 361 points. Huge. Look at that. Those are the final results. The winner is Turkey, indeed. I'm stoked. Wow. I expected it to be a contender, but it did win, and by such a margin as well. Those are the final results. We're of course gonna take a look on Darren's website with all of the stats, but you can see the final standings there right now. Huge. Alright then, Turkey first, Serbia second, Portugal third, Ukraine fourth, and San Marino in the top 5, rounding out the top 5 there. I'm going to open Darren's website so we can take a look at all of the stats there. I just hope that everything, yeah, I'll have to edit it a little bit, like something like this, kind of, yeah. What did I see in the chat? Okay, I've got an early Christmas present from Elibod. Thank you for making this year bearable. You've had a bad year, Elibod. I'm happy to have helped it out a little bit. And of course, the magic word, hello. Hello indeed, Elibod. I don't know how much money you make each month, Elibod, but it's way too much. I'm sure you pay massive amount of taxes because, well, YouTube will be very happy with all of the money that you donate, because I mean obviously they take a cut, and I mean your donations are just huge every time. £50, like what do I even say about that? £50 in total. I think you've donated £200 to this channel, which I don't know. Just I'm moving on from you, Elibod. It's insane what you're doing, and I'm sure you make way too much money. That's all I'm saying. Let's take a look at the final results, shall we? Thank you again, Elibod. Thank you very, very much. As you can see, Turkey 46 12s, 33 10s, 29 8s. Got votes from 185 people, 53.75% of the votes. Serbia in second. I'm not going to mention all of the stats. I think we can stay up with some of the more interesting ones. San Marino with 9 12s, beating songs like Norway, Israel, and Greece, who got more. Armenia as well, only with 7 12s. Do we have any interesting stats here? I mean, all of this will be available for you to watch as well at your own time. I'm not sure. Can you see oh yeah, you can see everything. Germany here at the bottom, they did get a 10 and they got 3 8s, but only votes from 14 people. And if you compare that to Netherlands, who were above it, that's quite massive. Netherlands also scored more than twice the amount of points as Germany did. Quite a low percentage for the winner. Yeah, it is, but there are so many voters, and I think that kind of affects it. And I mean 25 songs competing as well, so it spreads out more because of it, obviously. This is the first year with 25. No, 2003 had 26 songs in the final. I was lying. I was about to lie. Anyway, Turkey first, Serbia second, Portugal third, Ukraine fourth, and San Marino in fifth. Norway 6th, Armenia 7th, Israel 8th, Greece 9th, and Iceland rounding out the top 10. Just outside, Albania in 11th, Finland in 12th, and France in 13th, right in the middle of the scoreboard. Only 8 points ahead of Croatia, who were 14th, Switzerland in 15th, Bosnia and Herzegovina 16th, Sweden 17th, Russia all the way down in 18th. I mean, it's higher than 23rd or whatever they were before. I mean, they were lost at one point as well. Cyprus in 19th, Latvia in 20th, and then our bottom 5 was Slovenia, Spain, United Kingdom. Those 3 actually very close to each other, only separated by 5 points. Netherlands, second to last, and Germany kind of dead last, unfortunately for them. But I think that was a little bit expected, actually. At least in my world. Let's take a little bit of a look on the 12-point summary. We can do that. You can see all of the people who gave 12 points to Turkey on screen right now. There were 46 of them, and yeah, you see them all here. We got 27 people who gave 12 points to Portugal, and you can see all of those right now. We got 22 who gave 12 points to Serbia, and majority of those were definitely in the televote. A lot of them ended up there. 19 people to Ukraine, also a lot of them in the televote. Darren among many others. 14 to Norway, a lot of those were in the jury vote though. Israel with 11, Greece with 10 here. San Marino with 9. Rodmorg being the only juror who gave it 12 there. Albania also with 9. Iceland 7, Armenia 7, Croatia 7, Switzerland 6, France 6, 5 to Finland, 5 to Russia, all of those in the televote as well, 5 to Bosnia and Herzegovina, 4 to Sweden, 4 to Cyprus, all of those in the televote, 3 to the United Kingdom, 2 to Latvia, 2 to Slovenia, and 1 to the Netherlands. Elendil, thank you very much. Let's see what you said. Amazing result and my 12 points win. All the best in 2024 and cheers. Cheers to you as well, Elendil. Thank you very, very much for the generosity and the lovely wishes as well, of course. Now, should we look into the thing that we don't know, which is the semi-final results that happened earlier in the week? We haven't taken a look at that. We only know the results of the non-qualifiers, of course. So let's move on. We're starting with semi-final 1. Oh, this was not what I was supposed to look at. There we are. Well, I kind of spoiled it for you now. Anyway, you saw nothing. I didn't realize that it took me to the 12.7. Anyway, as you can see here, these were the final results. If you remember from the first semi-final, you can see them all there. It was Estonia and Belgium at the bottom and then all the way up. 11th was Azerbaijan. They missed out on 34 points to the Netherlands. I kind of expected that one. I mean, I was still so surprised when Netherlands qualified, and they did so in 10th. But still, 34 points had a margin, and votes from 101 people. A bit ahead of Netherlands there. 532 points was Slovenia in 9th. Another of the real life non-qualifiers, of course, which I was also surprised to see go through. I definitely expected originally that Azerbaijan would make it, but Slovenia and Netherlands taking these 2 places. 8th place, 51 points ahead of Slovenia, was Russia. That tells you everything, doesn't it? Yeah, Russia in 8th. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? 7th place, 663 points, was Bosnia and Herzegovina. Quite a few 12s there if we compare it to the song in 6th, which was Finland. Finland was 731. And then quite a big margin up to the top 5 here. In 5th was... Slovenia 100 points ahead of Azerbaijan. Yeah, that's true. In 5th place was Greece on 901. In 4th was Israel on 979. The top 3, which was a bit ahead. In 3rd, Armenia. Did Armenia finish ahead of Greece in the final? I've already forgotten. Anyway, 1,083 points for Armenia there. 2nd place was San Marino. San Marino finished 2nd place in the semi-final. That tells you everything. Only 40 points behind Norway, who won it. 1,208 points for the real-life lost place of 2008. That just tells you everything, how people don't understand what happened in 2008. Bruno, thank you for all the watch-alongs, crew. Thank you for your lovely commitment to the channel, and thank you so much for the generosity as well. Hugely appreciated. Thank you very much, Bruno. Hope you've had a blast the entire year when you've been here with us. Thank you very much. Should we move on to second semi-final? We got it right here. As you remember, Malta did have a very passionate fan base, but it wasn't really enough. It was 39 points behind 10th place, and actually 41 points behind 9th. Look at that, only 2 points separating 9th and 10th in this semi-final. In 10th was Cyprus, and I'm not holding anything. I'm just stoked for Cyprus that they made it through to the final. I'm so happy to see that. Sorry all of you Malta lovers, but I'm loving life looking at that. Cyprus only 2 points behind Latvia, who was the other one very close to not making it to the final there. In 8th, quite far ahead actually, 150 points ahead of... No, 250... Wow, okay. Yeah, these were the only two who were really in danger there. Of course, remember that Bulgaria was also very close as well. It was only 6 points behind Malta. 633 points in 8th was Croatia in the semi-final, only 7 points behind Switzerland, who were in turn only 14 points behind Sweden, surely. Yeah. Alright, and the other ones, the top 5 here in this semi-final, I think we can figure out which one at the top. Look at that. Okay, we're getting to that. Fifth place, 842 points, was Albania in semifinal 2. And on 895 points in fourth was Iceland, who were, of course, announced as the final qualifier. They didn't really have to worry at all. They had twice the amount of points as the 11th place. The top three, all in the thousands. Ukraine finished third here. In second, we had Portugal. And you look at Turkey here. 1,441 points in the semifinal. And 175 out of 183 people voted for Turkey in the semifinal. That speaks volumes. I'm kind of intrigued to just take a look at which 8 people didn't vote for Turkey in the semifinal. Because when there's only 8 of you, that's kind of insane, really. At least I think so. So yeah, that was the second semifinal as well. I'm not going to look into the 12-point summary of this. I'll just show it quickly, I guess. 52 people voted. Gave 12 points to Turkey. You can see them there. Then Portugal, Ukraine, Iceland. You can look at this at your own time. Do we have any absurd 12s? Georgia only getting 112 is kind of surprising, I'd say, considering it was a real-life qualifier, of course. But yeah, look at this at your own time. We can actually... I'll give you all this moment. All of you Malta lovers. I'll let you have your moment here to just express or showcase your love for vodka. You can be shown on screen there, right next to the people who gave 12 to Albania and the people who gave 12 to Sweden. Anyway, I think that's been everything for tonight, hasn't it? Or is there anything else we need to take a look at? I'm not sure. I don't think there's anything else. This has been one of the most insane years altogether of my... I'm not going to say like life, but... I mean, my YouTube channel hasn't had... 2023 is like the most insane year for my YouTube channel ever. It's grown so massively. I mean, it feels like an eternity ago, but this was the first year where I really did like uploaded a lot of videos throughout the entire year, really. I mean, I did reviews for all of the national final songs earlier on, and that was this year. That was 2023. And then all of the watch-alongs started in the summer, and we've been watching so many Eurovision years. I mean, we've had more than 50 watch-alongs. I haven't counted them now. There have been so many, and I've had the time of my life doing all of this. And 2024 is going to keep that going. But for now, I need to prioritize my real life, I guess. Work is really starting to become a lot now. And December is a very tough month for all teachers out there. So if I do have any other any colleagues out there among my viewers, I know you'll fight through December just like I will try to do. And I know all of the energy that I receive from you, from all of my viewers, will help me out in achieving that. And I'm gonna be back completely invigorated for 2024 with more watch-alongs and with other types of videos. Of course, we got a new national final session or season. But what I'm really looking forward to the most is really the watch-alongs, to just keep them going. So thank you so much for joining me for all of these watch-alongs. Thank you so much for joining the community. I mean, the Discord server is very, very active, and I'm so glad that so many people have like gotten friends and really... I've been a part of establishing a community that is so tight together, I think, and that's really lovely. I feel very blessed, I guess, in having created all of, or like being the reason for all of this. I feel very it kind of feels very self-centered to say it like that, but I guess I gotta be honest with myself as well, and that this community wouldn't exist without me, right? So I guess I can be a little bit self-centered in that case. Thank you so much for being a part of everything. I will see you all on Discord, of course. We'll talk, and just because I will work instead of doing watch-alongs doesn't mean that I won't be available on Discord to talk with you all. So thank you so much for everything that you've given me this year. I hope I've given something in return to all of you. And thank you for all of the wonderful things you say, truly. It's been an insane year altogether. And it ends on one of the brightest notes, truly. Thank you so much for tonight. Thank you so much for 2023. And I'm I was about to make like a cheeky transition, Okay, I'm gonna say that I am indeed here to stay. Good night, everyone.
Wake up and we're taking on another day. With the ups and the downs, my heart will never stray. You take my breath in so many different ways. With the calm in your heart, you keep in my mind at bay. Losing touch with what I used to say, and finding you in every word I pray. All of my days and all of my years, I can't stop thinking about you. All of my struggles and all of my fears, I couldn't do it without you. So let me take your hand, I'm here to stay. Devil days, you help me live this way. With the ups and the downs, my heart will never stray. Chasing thoughts, running wild throughout the day. With the calm in your heart, you keep in my mind at bay. Losing touch with what I used to say, and finding you in every word I pray. All of my days and all of my years, I can't stop thinking about you. All of my struggles and all of my fears, I couldn't do it without you. So let me take your hand, I'm here to stay.